She made people laugh, not just occasionally, but fully, uncontrollably. The kind of laughter that stays with you long after the moment has passed. She had a gift for characters, for timing, for turning the ordinary into something unforgettable. To millions, she was a joy. But behind that joy, something didn't feel right. It didn't begin with anything dramatic. No sudden collapse, no emergency, just small things. Fatigue, discomfort, changes that didn't quite add up. The kind of symptoms people experience every day and often ignore. At first, it seemed manageable, then persistent, then confusing. Doctor visits followed, tests were run, answers were given, but the answers didn't explain what she was feeling. She was told it was stress, that it might be emotional, that it could be something temporary, something that would pass, but it didn't. What she was actually experiencing was ovarian cancer. Ovarian cancer begins in the ovaries, part of the female reproductive system, and in its early stages, it can be incredibly difficult to detect because the symptoms are often vague: bloating, abdominal discomfort, changes in appetite, fatigue, symptoms that can easily be mistaken for far less serious conditions, which means diagnosis is often delayed. And in cases like this, time matters. By the time the correct diagnosis was made, the disease had already progressed. But even then, she didn't retreat. She did something few people are willing to do. She spoke openly about the confusion, about the frustration, about what it feels like when your body is telling you something is wrong and no one can quite name it. She gave voice to something many people experience but struggle to articulate: the uncertainty of not knowing, the fear of being dismissed, the quiet instinct that something isn't right. Her story changed the conversation because it highlighted a critical truth. Not all serious illnesses begin with obvious signs, and not all diagnoses come quickly. Sometimes they require persistence, advocacy, and the courage to say, "This isn't normal for me." Today, her legacy lives on in increased awareness around ovarian cancer, a disease that still affects thousands of women each year. And while early detection remains challenging, listening to the body's signals, even the subtle ones, can make a difference. Because symptoms that don't make sense still matter, even when they're easy to explain away, even when they seem small. The world remembers her for laughter, for characters that brought joy into people's homes. But perhaps one of her most important roles came off stage, when she chose to tell the truth about illness, about uncertainty, and about the importance of being heard. Because sometimes the hardest part of a diagnosis is getting it. Her name was Gilda Radner. This is Behind the Diagnosis: Famous Lives Untold. The life you knew until the diagnosis. Tune in this Thursday for a bonus episode. Until then, be well.